Hello together. Be welcome to our technical session today. Our focus of the day of today is how to make a research about SharePoint using ChatGPT. Yes, I have a dream to write a book about SharePoint, and all the time when I start this project, I try to identify the topics that are quite important for the software developers, for end users about SharePoint. So my idea is to use ChatGPT to make a research about the topic that I think mostly interesting for the most SharePoint developers. And so today I just want to use ChatGPT as an inspirational platform to make maybe more creativity about the content that can be generated. Yes. So let us just use ChatGPT today as a great start point. Yes. Now I just type here, what is SharePoint to in ChatGPT? Yes. So see what it will deliver as content. I think that is so powerful and so great when I analyze what we can get out of it. Yes, say here SharePoint is a web-based collaboration and document management platform developed by Microsoft. Yes, it allows teams to share and collaborate on document information and project in a secure and organized manner. Yes, we see that the content is quite professional and great. Yet then let us see here, explain SharePoint and for a beginner. For beginner. Yeah. Hope I don't make mistakes. Okay. Then let us see how he can explain what is SharePoint for a beginner. Yes, it is at its core, SharePoint is a platform for collaboration and document management. It allows teams to store, organize files. Yes, first document management. SharePoint allows teams to store and organize documents in a centralized location. Team collaboration. SharePoint provides a variety of tools and features to teams and collaboration, yes, and then business process automation. SharePoint include workflow and automation tools, internet site, and you see that maybe if you want to write an article about SharePoint, you can just use ChatGPT, but I think it's not new, but it's for me just a possibility to see how to use it now directly here for the SharePoint for such technical topic. Yes. Now, if it's about a book, let me say, give, I can say, 15 chapters about SharePoint development using SPFX, for example, because SPFX is a language to develop, is a framework to develop SharePoint applications. So let us try to say what are the most important or 15 chapters or topics about SharePoint development. Yes, let us see what ChatGPT can tell us. If I have to write a book or an article about SharePoint, what are the topics I have to focus on? Yes, see, introduction to SharePoint development and SharePoint framework, setting up your development environment for SharePoint using Node.js, Yeoman, and Visual Studio, understanding the FPFX project structure and building your first web part, building a custom web part using React, Angular, and Vue.js, working with SharePoint data. You see that it just gave me like 15 topics that maybe I can use to organize my content in a book. So now if I say here, if I take one of these topics, yes, and say um, chapter 1, uh, chapter 1, let me say chapter 1, if it can identify now. I just want to see if it can identify that the first topic here, oh, what's wrong? Uh, You see, I just write here chapter 1, and then he identified that the chapter 1 should be the first topic here. And then he explained here for the chapter 1, it can just generate the content, yes, for a chapter. And at the end, I can have like my whole book automatically generated. I think it's really, really crazy. And if I say now chapter 2, yes, I just continue and say chapter 2, and he will identify again that from the 15 here, the second one should be the chapter 2. Yes, setting up your development environment for SharePoint using Node.js, Human, and Visual Studio. Yes, and then for this chapter 2, maybe I can say for chapter 2, I just want to have more about installing Node.js and PNP, for example. Yes. Okay, I just want to show you that I can use ChatGPT to generate. So I was really impressed because since more than 1 year, I think I create my structure of a SharePoint book, and when I discover how amazing ChatGPT can generate the content here, I was really, really impressed, and I'm asking myself, should I just use this content, or am I allowed to use this content for my book, or should I create others? Yes. Now let us do something else and say I write. Uh, um, I can say a friendly content about SharePoint. I just want him to write, yes, a friendly story about SharePoint. And I say SharePoint is a platform for collaboration document, billions of people around the world, and it allows teams to store, yes, one of the flexible great, yes, that means you want to write a topic, that means that I see here a friendly, yes, try to find friendly word about the SharePoint topic, and it generates the content automatically and well structured, yes. Then share, and now let us ask something like create what are the or bad content about SharePoint. Yes, no, but I really like SharePoint, so I don't want to create like bad content. But what can we ask? Yes, I can say write a roman, a children roman. Let me say here, um, um, SharePoint for children. Let us see what he can say. Yes, for children. And SharePoint is a collaboration platform that design business. However, let us see if it can then write the content so that this is children friendly. It at one SharePoint is a place for people that can share content. Okay, SharePoint is also a platform where you can find all short. Okay, I mean, sometimes when I try to see how intuitive this platform is, I think it is a good place to start if you want to write a book really, and it can help much. So I think I'm coming closer to my scope to say how to write a book about SharePoint. You a book about SharePoint, yes. Okay, I think it's all for today. Welcome to my session, and I hope if you like my content, just click on the button to join our community. I will try to make more content about SharePoint and yes, and ChatGPT and OpenAI, all what is about technology. Microsoft environment is my favorite. Be welcome and see you next. Bye.